Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, yeah. Old dirty Ghana boy. Your day is coming. Your day is coming. Whoa, yeah. Old dirty Ghana boy. Your day is coming. Your day is coming. Slapping away granny and Pitney with impunity, like you are God Almighty. But that's not so. Oh no. I hope when your time comes, they show you no pity. Murder you just like you murder people on the street every day. Old dirty Ghana boy. Your day is coming. Your day is coming. Whoa, yeah. Old dirty Ghana boy. Your day is coming. Your day is coming.
Ring the alarm, another youth gone. Open up the scriptures, make we chant another psalm. Them dirty boy and not come. Them a worship fire. Killing all the baby we just born. Another song of tribulation. I come to sing too much bloodshed. Bloodshed on the rhythm. Them glorifying the gun king. I teach the youth them gunsling. See another bother balling. We are one them.
Old dirty Ghana boy. Your day is coming.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So now my peeps, from here, I play the On The Spot News Media anthem that simply means that one that was featured on this channel and was spoken to did not heed to the warning, and now him get the canning. Yeah man, may I tell you. So on your screen is a man known as Ayoton Cargill, but popularly known in the criminal underworld as Bo. Dangerous youth. Yeah man. So for those who have been following On The Spot News Media, there is an uptick of violence in the Sunlight Street area of the Kingston Western Police Division. Now, I'm going to make the senior superintendent who is in charge of Kingston West make you know for yourself. So listen.
What we have seen is a resurgence of some gang activities across sections of the division. We have seen where there is a resurgence of the gang conflict down in Sunlight Street, and we have seen a resurgence of a gang conflict in the Benbow, Torrington area, and we have seen a resurgence of the gang conflict between the Tivoli Gardens Young Generations gang and the Scream Corner gang, supported by the coalition gangs that are aligned to these major gangs.
So alright my peeps, and heard it from the mouth of the man who is in charge of the Kingston Western Police Division. that there is an uptick in criminal activities in the Sunlight Street and adjoining communities. Now, for those who have literally no idea what On The Spot News Media is making reference to, please watch these vlogs, especially this first one that gives a full outline of what is taking place in the Sunlight Street community and of course the adjoining communities that they're at loggerheads with. The man who was seen just before the On The Spot News Media intro when the anthem was being played was also featured in this vlog. So most definitely, if you need to understand fully what's going on, watch this vlog so you can get caught up. And of course, you can go ahead and watch these other ones too, so you can get a better understanding of where this gang war is coming from. So now in previous vlogs, I made mention of a man known as Jermaine Maxwell, otherwise known as Devil, who is also a key factor in what is taking place in the Sunlight Street area. Now, I made mention that he was among you, the diaspora in the United States, but I made further checks and it was revealed that he's not in the United States, but among you in our Caribbean twin island country known as Trinidad and Tobago. So for those who are in the Trinidad twin island, please alert the authorities if you have seen this criminal element and let them know that this man is a known violence producer in Jamaica and is wanted by the authorities here. So again, his name is Jermaine Maxwell, but otherwise known as Devil in the streets. Now back to the man who we play the anthem for. Now this brother here, as I stated in a previous vlog, is a real old dirty kind of boy. Yeah man, me I tell you, a real knockis and clappis. Now let me give you the full rundown as how him get for lose him 3 pints. So for those who watch the vlog that I featured him in, he has since been identified, as I stated earlier, as Ayoton Cargill, but popularly known in the criminal underworld as Bo, or some people call him Bo. So anyway, after the January 1st knockings and clappings of a 74-year-old man, a Rasta man from the lower half of Sunlight Street known as Keith Davis, who is related to the reputed gang leader for the lower half of Sunlight Street that goes by the name of Shadane Mackenzie, but popularly known in the criminal underworld as Philippine, who is also wanted by the Kingston Western Police. And this is Philippine presently on your screen. Now, on the 1st of January, New Year's Day, a knockings and clappings took place round there in the lower half of Sunlight Street. And the Rasta man, known as Keith Davis, but popularly known and affectionately called Chinny Dread, life was taken. Now, this man was a part of that knockings and clappings. It is alleged that he stole a motor vehicle from a couple who was driving in the area called Zimbabwe. Now, Zimbabwe is also aligned with the front section of Sunlight Street. Now, this man on your screen is the reputed gang leader for the front section of Sunlight Street. So Zimbabwe community is aligned to the front section of Sunlight Street, and the lower half of Sunlight Street is aligned to another community known as Angola and is forming a coalition with the infamous Bird Nation gang also. So the man in question, the man who ended up losing 3 pints, was a part of Chinny Dread's knockings and clappings. So on January 1st, New Year's morning, Bo, along with 3 other criminal elements from Zimbabwe, stormed the yard that the Rastaman was in and knockings and clappings start going, but to their surprise, criminal elements aligned to the lower section of Sunlight Street was present in the yard and knock it and clap it back upon them. So during that fiery exchange, a man known as Boise from the rival side, which came with bow from the Zimbabwe area, end up get caught up in the knockings and clappings, and a rifle known as the Green Lantern was lost to the hands of the enemies, which is the men from the lower section of Sunlight Street. Now, this is the rifle in question. One of their favorites, it's a .40 TNW rifle, affectionately called in the criminal underworld the Green Lantern. Yeah, man. So when time boys get caught up, them throw him in the car if he can't go a doctor over Portmore. But because him fall out whilst on the back seat, drop out, down a shut eye country, and them decide to dump off the body. Now the police over Portmore got wind of what was going on and intercepted the car, and some escaped and some was arrested by the police. Now one of the men that was listed as wanted is yours truly, the man who ended up losing 3 points. So on your screen is a newspaper clipping from the Portmore Police, the St. Catherine South Criminal Investigation Branch, naming him as wanted for knockings and clappings resulting in the loss of life of a man. Now he got wind that he's wanted by the St. Catherine South Police Division, and he's also wanted by the Kingston Western Police Division. So he went and sought refuge off Mountain View Avenue in the Kingston Eastern Police Division. So on your screen is a firearm that was spotted in his hand some time ago. I need for you to note the mechanics of this firearm, how this firearm actually looks. So yesterday now, the police in the Kingston Eastern Police Division, which of course Officer Yeman Pick and team was assigned to that division because suspicious actions and unwanted and unknown faces was seen in the Mountain View Avenue area. So the police got a call that 2 men were at loggerheads and one pulled a gun on the other. Now the officers got the word and definitely was quick on the scene. And to their surprise, it is the wanted man from the Kingston Western Police Division who is also wanted in the St. Catherine South Police Division. He made the grave mistake, and I mean grave, pun intended, mistake, and challenged Officer Yeman Pick and team. And we don't know how that go, because by now the entire Jamaica should know that they are well-trained officers who was properly trained by the agriculture school in Portland, where them man they learn how to plant corn in a dirty boy stomach. Yeah man, may I tell you. And that is exactly what Officer Yeman Pick and team did. Dirt him, shut eye countryland type of settings. Now this is a picture of the weapon that was taken from his lifeless body when Officer Yeman Pick and team go retrieve it. Now can you make the comparison with both firearms? These 2 firearms is exactly the same. So the one before and the one that the police took from him. So this criminal element here walk with him strap anywhere him go. But I'm pretty sure that his former friends from over Craigtown, that is Guess and Bigger, is definitely in high spirits this morning, because this firearm was stolen from them when he left from being among them as one of their main knockers and clappers, and went to seek refuge with his now arch rival Shadane Mackenzie, who introduced him to the Zimbabwe community as a knockers and clappers, because as I've always stated, most of these community wars is always a friend turn enemies type of situation. So that is how Anton Cargill, otherwise known as Bo, met his demise yesterday in the Kingston Eastern Police Division. Now on your screen is a video clipping of him and him girl. And guess what? Look upon her little face. Looks so innocent. And you say, oh, she a hug up and her hands and gloves up. A real old dirty kind of boy. Well, let me say this to the parents of this young one. When you know on a pitney, when you know where I go on, I would advise you, say, to take this little one under guidance and protection, because obviously she has gone down a very slippery path that will lead to nothing than death and destruction. Now back to the Sunlight Street community, because some females around that back section that is run by the criminal element Shadane Mackenzie are some of the ones them where add fuel to the fire. Now I will make mention of some names, and I'm pretty sure they will be listening to this vlog this morning. I'm speaking about a female that goes by the name of Banner. And I'm also speaking about another female that goes by the name of Neela. I'm also speaking about Shadane Mackenzie's mother, yes, his own mother, and another cousin of Shadane Mackenzie known as Trudy. All of you females need to understand yourself and know so what you're doing is only adding fuel to the fire. Stop from adding fuel to the fire, because you are some of the main reasons why the 74-year-old Rastaman Chinidred end up losing 3 pints, because you just go around and instigate people's life because you know you have the backing of a criminal element family, Shadane Mackenzie. And especially you, Trudy, you should have known better, because your own cousin Shadane can you up in your hand. You remember when him come take the life of your man, and you decide to defend it, and the man give you one in your hand to go cool off, and that's your own cousin. So that just goes to show that there is no loyalty among thieves. Yeah, man, pun intended. So now, my peeps, we are going to feature another main instigator, a female. This female here is a real old Krasmite. Yeah, man, may I tell you, this female here, may I tell you, say, from her yai to her knee, all she know to do, I open her legs to criminal elements. So her birth name, Kerrian Cameron, but popularly known in the streets as Tata. So this is Tata on your screen. So I'm speaking to you now, Tata. Lego off of the Cargill lifestyle. We know so that is the only lifestyle you know, because from your eye there you need a straight criminal element you have in your life. So you are swayed and influenced in that particular direction. Anytime the police them are circling at the place, you and your friend them sit down and bawl out, fambo, fambo. So that is the way where them use now to alert the criminal elements. Them say, yo, squaddy, alert, so take on yourself. And of course, them would have jumped the church fence and take with them back quick and fast. You're a big woman, you know. Yeah, man. Full time now you understand the little self and Lego off of the dirty kind of girl lifestyle. And as always, you know, my peeps, them say a word to the wise is always sufficient, because it is widely said and stated that the Zimbabwe community that is controlled by the Ras wants to wipe out the entire family members and who is aligned to Shadane Mackenzie. And there's a reason for that, because most of what is going on is influenced and instigated by the female criminal elements that I've named. They may not be the ones squeezing the trigger, but they are instigating violence because they are allowed to go to certain places. Men them not really to trouble them. So them go spot out areas and come back and give the certain information to the certain people them, and then all hell broke loose after that. Because many a times when I hear some man get dropped some certain place, is a female go circle the ends and make the man them know say, yeah man, him dead right this man, so I can go for him right now. And I saw a whole lot of war begin because of these female criminals. So Tata, you and your friend them need to take it easy and leave out a bad man thing, because if you can't hear, trust me, you not go feel. Yeah man. So again, my peeps, the main players in the Sunlight Street, knockings and clappings: Jermaine Maxwell, otherwise known as Devil, presently in Trinidad and Tobago; Shadane Mackenzie, otherwise known as Philippine, that was previously reported to have gone through the Mexican border, but I heard that it was not so. Attempts was made, but it was not successful, so he's back in the streets of Sunlight Street. And another man known as Jimbo, who is presently in the United States. Another man known as Ricey, who is said to be behind bars presently. And last but definitely not the least, a man known as Nakeem Mullins, otherwise known as Jackadai Man. So these are indeed the main players in the Sunlight Street ongoing gang war. Yeah man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah man.